Welcome back to An Extra Sip. I'm your host, Miriam Smaki, and I hope you're having an amazing Tuesday, everyone. Hey, how's it going? Got a good episode for you guys today. We have a lot of things to talk about, so that's exciting. I don't know why every time it feels like it's been so long since I recorded. I really don't understand. I feel like it's been like 3 weeks, but it really hasn't. I stay out here posting weekly every Tuesday, but I guess so many things happen in the week. I'm just like, oh, I gotta talk about this, I gotta talk about this. So that's why it feels like that. But anyways, guys, I hope that you're having a good week so far. I hope it's not too busy. I hope I'm faring well. I have like one big assignment due Wednesday that I can't start until a few more hours into today, as I'm recording this on a Monday. Actually, yesterday, Sunday, which is when I usually record, I was busy and I just could not get myself to go to record. Also, the school stays playing me because all of the soundproof rooms were booked. So I couldn't even do it, guys. I couldn't even do it if I tried. So that's why we're here now. In between my first class and my second class of the day, right before I have my breakfast lunch meal. So we are on top of things today, guys. And I don't know. I feel like I like having an organized schedule. Like, we're going to do this. We're going to go get lunch. I'm going to go to my last class. Maybe not. Because I have to sign up for my room. And I'm like, I swear if my professor says something about me being on my laptop, I don't have time for it. Because this is important. And then I have to do an interview with my friend. I'll have like 2 hours. Y'all, I still need to apply for a job. At this point, I'm looking at this semester's almost over, which yay, but also I don't have money, which sucks because, guys, this weekend is formal and I like need stuff. Like this episode, the episode that's gonna come next week. So like, as you're hearing this, the next one that will come, y'all, I am already telling you that one's gonna be so good. I'm already telling you. Wow, why am I screaming? Or why is it picking up so loud? Do I need to scoot back? I'm sorry. But it's already gonna be so good. Might have a guest on that one, but it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. I'm excited about it. This episode, though, it's still gonna be good because I have a lot of things to get off my chest, as I already said. So let's get into it. One, the biggest thing, you can probably hear by my voice. I don't know if it still sounds dumb, but when I talked to my mom, she was like, "You sound dumb." And I was like, "Yeah, Mom. While you were in Thailand enjoying yourself, I was in bed contemplating death. I was struggling so hard. Like, it hurt so bad. I've never been, for some reason, I just stay getting sick like a lot. I don't know. I feel like I've been sick every month so far. I don't know what is happening. Maybe it's, and I'm vaccinated, guys, so I can't even make anti-vax memes about myself because I'm vaccinated. Then again, I don't get the flu shot, but I don't know if what I had was a flu. Someone said it was a sinus infection, sinus congestion. I don't know, but and then someone else said it could be a head cold because just my whole face hurt and it was just a lot of congestion, like concentrated. So to any of my doctors out there, let me know what it was. I'm still struggling, like coughing, stuffed nose, stuff like that. But I am able to go to class and I don't want to die. So yeah, we're at least better. Because I've never felt that. It was so bad, guys. It was so bad. I had a presentation last week. Last week I was sick. I had a presentation. And when I fucking tell you, dude, so it was a partner presentation. So I had the first half. My partner had a second half. It was supposed to be like 40 minutes. So 45 minutes. So my part was 25 because I had to do the intro and everything. So it was about 25 minutes. And then as I just felt so bad because I always give like good presentations because public speaking, like that's my shit. That's my favorite thing to do. But as I was standing there speaking, then again, I didn't really understand the, what I was talking about. Like I didn't really know what I was saying really. And so I was just looking at the board and I was like, where am I? And I just stayed silent. But I don't know if it was that long. You know how when you're doing something and you feel awkward, so you're silent, and it feels like the most time in the world. It feels like you're there for 84 years, you know? When really, if someone else comes up to you at the end of class, they're like, oh my God, like that 20-second dramatic pause was like everything, and you're like, 20 seconds. Girl, I was underwater for 20 minutes. So I don't know if it was one of those situations, but it felt so long to me. And then I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm sick. And my professor was just like smiling at me, like encouraging me. Or I don't know, maybe I made that up. Maybe she was disappointed in me. Who knows? But I did my part. And then my partner went and she spoke for the rest of class. Now, this class is an hour, 20 minutes. Tell me why homegirl spoke for like 50 minutes, and as I was like standing next to her watching, I was getting so dizzy and I had to sit down because I didn't know where I was. And then I walked in the hallway, folks, because I couldn't. I had to step outside. So I walked outside and I was crashing to the ground. Like I was holding on to walls trying to hold myself up. I don't think you understand. And no one was around because it was prime class time. But I looked like I was drugged. Like, it was so bad. I don't know what was going on with me. And so I was just praying to all forms of deities. I was like, please, like, someone help me. Like, I don't understand what's going on. So, oh my God. And so after that class, because I was like, I just need to get through this presentation and then I'm going to go lay down. So then I laid down, stayed in bed the whole day. I only sat up to clear my nose or to cough or to like anything like that. Other than that, I was laying in bed. And I've never done that. I've never been that type to just stay in bed because I was sick. But girl, let me tell you what, there's a first time for everything, because hello. But my roommate was being so nice. Granted, I feel bad because she's sick right now. She's getting better too, but you know, close proximity. Hello, if one of us gets sick, we're all getting sick. Sorry. But she told me to get soup, and she just like offered her medicine to me. And hold on, I'm coughing again. Hold on. Lord. But she just offered her medicine to me, which was so sweet. And we're getting better. We're getting better. Can I just say though? I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, because I stay being mad at people on Twitter who are like, unpopular opinion, communication is so important in relationships. Unpopular opinion, eating 3 meals a day is my favorite thing to do. And honestly, you just get all the nutrients you need mixed in with like some snacks during the day if you want. Like, bitch, why are you saying this? An unpopular opinion is my opinion that puppies and kittens are just meh. You know, they don't warrant a screaming, running, can I pet your animal situation. That is a very unpopular opinion, because every time I tell people, they're like, you're psychotic. And I'm like, girl, I know. I'm Sweet But Psycho by Ava Max. So that's an unpopular opinion. But saying that, like saying the dumbest thing I don't know. People are just trying to get clout. And so I hate that so much. Don't even know why I brought that up. I really don't know why I even brought up Twitter. Why did I bring up Twitter? In terms of me being sick. Wow. Okay. I am already falling off my handle. Anyways, y'all, I was sick and it sucked. And just catapulting really into my next point, guys. Now, I just really want to remind everyone of the episode that just aired before this one, where I went on a Twitter date. Wow. Are Twitter dates a real thing? I would love that, because hello, Twitter people are hilarious. I went on a Tinder date, with some guy who said that my personality was a joke, basically, questioning if it was even real. Homeboy came in here with a crop top, shorter than me. It was just a bad time overall. Very boring. Hated that. Would you believe that this past weekend, I was supposed to have another date, and that didn't fucking happen. Let's get into that. So, this boy that I've been talking to this boy for 3 weeks now or something. I talked to him even before I went on spring break, because we were gonna meet up, and I was like, oh, I'm going to Cali. And he was like, oh my God, well, when you come back, let's chat. Because can I just say, the first fucking message he sent, guys, I'm pissed about this, because I feel like this is something that happens a lot. When I get into it, you'll understand. But I feel like this is something that happens, but it's never happened to me. And then having experienced it, I'm like, this is the worst. Well, let me not be dramatic. It's not the worst thing that could happen ever, but it is such a sucky situation. So let's get into it. But the first message this dude sent me was like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Like, I can't understand why you're single. And I'm like, no, bitch, I know. Like, someone explain to me, please, because wow, I just don't understand. And then he was like, well, if you give me a chance, like, I could change that for you in terms of, like, me being single. And I was just like, ooh, come in here with this smooth words, Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal. Like, I like it. Beat it. Smooth Criminal, I already said that. Man in the Mirror, Black or White. Anyways, just all of the hit songs. And so we were just talking, so sweet. Of course, went to Snapchat and everything, because that's what you do on Twitter. Go from Tinder to Snapchat. And so we were talking for a while. And we were actually supposed to meet up the weekend before, right? But he plays rugby at his school, and we were texting. So, okay, we were supposed to meet up that night, right? And he had his rugby game. I don't really, maybe the time was 5 or something. I don't know. And he posted a picture. And so I commented on the Snapchat, and I was like, oh, like, I hope you won. And he was like, we didn't, but like, it was fun. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he was like, granted, all of this time that I'm speaking to him, we're gonna meet up that night. Okay. So I was talking to him, and he said, yeah, no, we didn't win. It was fun, but I hurt my shoulder. And I was like, oh, like, I'm so sorry about that. And he was like, yeah, like, I can't really move it or anything like that. Like, it hurts a lot. I'm like icing it. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, when I did track, I hurt my hip flexors. Like, I completely understand sports, things like that. And it wasn't until it was getting close to the time we were supposed to meet where I was like, so when do you plan to come? Because I think we both knew something was supposed to happen, but we didn't really plan a time really, or what we were going to do. And then he was like, oh yeah, my shoulder just like really hurts, so I can't do anything. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I don't want you to just come over and I can't do anything because I'm just sitting here icing my shoulder. And so I was like, when were you going to tell me that we weren't going to do anything? Like, what? So that was just weird all around. Like, I was so pissed. And he said all that to me, and I was like, okay, well, feel better soon. And he was like, thanks and everything. And so I just cut the conversation because I was like, I've had enough. I'm done. I don't want to talk to this boy right now. Like, I've had enough. And so that happened. But then the next day, like, we were talking like everything was fine. He told me, okay, what about this weekend? I'm really sorry about all that. What about this weekend? And so I was like, yeah, okay, bet. This was the weekend that I was sick. And so that's why, it kind of correlates, because I told him, like, I was so sick. Like, I just felt like I was gonna die. Because, guys, I took so much medicine that one night I felt like I was gonna go. Like, I felt like it was my time. Because I felt all the drugs in my stomach. My head was spinning. I felt like I wanted to throw up, low-key. And yet I didn't do anything. I didn't tell my roommate. I didn't get up. Well, I didn't tell my roommate until the next day. But I was just I just slept it off. And what if I just didn't wake up? Like, if we actually think about that, because I don't remember how many doses I took, it was just a lot. And so it was a scary time for me. Y'all, I don't know. But we've overcome. Okay? It was a scary time, but we've overcome. And then this boy was like, oh my God, like, do you need anything? And I was like, what do you mean, do I need anything? What do you mean? And so he was like, well, if you need soup or anything, I will literally come bring it to you. And I was like, oh my fucking God, like, that's so sweet. Like, that's so nice, right? And then a few days later, I don't know, he didn't respond for some time. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm like been really busy. And then I made a joke and I was like, oh, like, it's fine, like, you hate me, it's all good. And he was like, yeah, I hate you when I was literally willing to come bring you soup. So to me, everything is fine and dandy. Tell my bitch ass why. The weekend he's supposed to come, guys. Now, he said he had another rugby game that was gonna end at 3. And I was like, oh my God, you're making me nervous. Like, I don't want you to hurt yourself again. He was like, I won't. And I was like, okay. And he was like, it ends at 3, but I'm gonna want to shower and everything. And I was like, okay, that's fine, because I have an event ending at 4. And so, like, I'll want to shower too and everything. So, like, take your time. And he was like, oh, okay, like, bet, sounds good. And then I was like, yeah, like, I'm so excited to meet you, though. And he was like, no, me too. Y'all, it was all fine and dandy. Like I said, all fine and dandy. And then the day came and he did his little thing. I was finished with my event at 4. I went to get food. Got back to my room. So I got back to my room at maybe like 5-ish, and I was like, I hopped in the shower and I was like, oh my God, like he ended at 3. I don't know when he's gonna come. Let me just shower, put on my makeup, and like start getting ready. And I noticed that I don't know, like when I tell my story, it's a little bit off because I looked and he hadn't opened my message for 17 hours. So I think when I was like, oh, you can come at any time, that was Thursday probably, because then I sent another message Friday, and then now it was Saturday, because it's been 17 hours, so it's been like some time. And he posted another snap from the rugby game, so I was like, oh, like, hey, what time do you plan to come? No response. I was getting ready and everything. I was like, okay, well, I don't know what's happening, but let me still get ready. And so I was sitting in my bed just waiting. Time started flying by. What is that? No, that's my favorite song, Shotgun. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll know what I mean. I don't know. But Shotgun by Ezra, such a good song. Yeah, so I was just sitting on my bed. 5 became 6, which became 7. And he just was not responding to me. And I was like, yo, is this what it feels like to be stood up? My ass was stood up. I was stood up. Miriam Samaki was stood up. My voice sounds so stupid. Oh my God, I hate it. I'm not going to want to listen to this. I might not edit this one. Sorry, guys, but I just sound stupid. Sorry you have to hear this. I apologize. I swear I'm getting better. It's just my voice is stupid right now. Anyways, yeah, guys, I was stood up and I was just sitting in my bed. Like, do you guys know that meme? I don't know if it's from Bad Girls Club or what's it from, but she has her little glasses. She's sitting, feet outstretched, arms crossed, just staring to a wall. That was me. And I was just looking at the time. And then, guess what? Started fucking crying. Why? I don't know. When I told people about this, they're like, oh, like, men ain't shit. Like, men are trash. You don't need him. But, like, to me, that's not something I wanted to hear because I just don't like that expression to begin with, men are trash, because I really don't think so. There are a lot of, like, great men in the world. I have a lot of great guy friends. Like, I just don't like that blanket statement. Even if you're mad, like, I just hate that so much. But it did hurt regardless, because I know 3 weeks is not a long time, but I don't know. Like, just to me, I would never think of doing that to someone, even if you don't like someone, even though he said he was so excited. So I really don't know what happened to this day, guys. So that was Friday that he didn't respond to me. If I look, he still hasn't opened any of my messages, and he didn't like block me or friend me or anything. So I'm like, and he's still posting on his story, which is so funny. Like on Sunday, he posted on his story. And so I was like, you're just actively not, like, I'm confused. Unless you just got a girlfriend, like this weekend, I'm happy for you, but I would have loved to know. Like, you could tell me, I don't know. I'm talking to him as if you guys are him, but if anyone knows, I'm not going to say his name. But yeah, it was sad. It was so sad. And so I fully was my millennial self, just recording myself, talking, throwing up peace signs, crying, just my makeup running it on my face. And I'm like, it's lit, fam. I've just been stood up. It's great. Love that for me. No, but it sucks. Being stood up, like, because you're just waiting for the person to come. And you just don't know if they're coming. But you're like, well, let me be hopeful. You know? And like, oh my God. It sucks so bad. Like, it's so sad. It's such a sad situation. Oh God. So that happened to me this weekend, which was great. But it did give me time to spend out with friends. Like, I went to a friend who, like, she did a little meal. She, like, did a home-cooked meal, which was so fucking good. We made crepes. We watched MasterChef Junior. So that was so cute, and, like, I appreciated that. But I don't know. It just sucks that had to happen, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Have you guys ever been stood up? It's wild. It's wild, fam. I don't know. If you have, I'm sorry. I feel like no one deserves to go through that, but hopefully you learned something. I learned not to wear my heart on my sleeve. That's not something that I can just change easily. Like, that's just the type of person I am, where, you know, just someone looking at me or someone having a good conversation with me. I'm like, oh my God, like I need to go wedding dress shopping today. And I don't know why higher powers, the deities, decided to create me this way where I just get so emotionally attached so fast. And I also don't know why my reaction to this happening to me was to get on another dating app and just, continue on as if nothing happened. I mean, I gotta move on with my life. I can't sit here and sulk. Like the lady said, in 1 to 3 months, I'm not gonna have a boyfriend, but I can have fun. So, like, I'm trying to have fun. It just sucks. Because it's like 2 bad dates in a row. Well, 1 bad date and then 1 date that didn't even happen. I don't know. It's fine, though. Like, am I repulsive? Someone let me know. Like, oh my God. Anonymously, just let me know. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram at Miriam Samaki. Just while we're walking, throw me a paper airplane, bird carrier. Just let me know if I am repulsive, if I'm too much, if I suck in general. Please, because I would love to know. Maybe it is me. Because when I was in my feelings about all of this, of course, I start feeling like so sad. And I was like, okay, but I am the common denominator in all of this. So maybe it is me, which let me just say, this is gonna somersault me into my last point that I want to make. Unless I still have time, then I'll make something up at the end. But my last thing that I wanted to get into, where at least I'm able to recognize that, oh, maybe I am the problem, and not just assume that everyone else is the problem and that I'm in the clear. Maybe I am the issue, and that I am too much. I've already recognized I might be too much for some people, and those are people I don't want to associate with anyways. Cause I swear I'm so pissed at all these people on Tinder and Bumble. First off, all of y'all on here, and I'm talking about men because I'm straight, and so that's who I put as my preferences, So I'm talking about men. But y'all in here acting like y'all are on some shit saying, oh, if you aren't a good conversationalist, I don't want you. Ho, I don't want you. Like, I'm such a good conversationalist. You are the problem. You're the issue. Like, what? I don't understand. For you to come in here and be like, oh, you need to be this, this, and this. And guys, I will say, this other dude, like, he was so pretty, like, so beautiful. He was like a caramel man. He had these light eyes, this, like, bright smile. He was looking so good. And he was like, I get too many matches on here, hit on my Insta DMs. And I was like, wow. And you know what I did? I hit him up in the DMs. Exactly. Yep. Yes, I did. He didn't respond because I'm sure he gets so many responses there, too. Should have gone to Twitter DMs or, something like that. But I don't know. I just hate people who just think they're so entitled. Because you're not. You suck at conversations and you're an issue. Not to say I'm not an issue, but you're an issue too. But I might be the issue because maybe I come off as too much. I don't know. I'm just saying I did not do anything with the guy I was supposed to meet. Like, everything was all fine and dandy. So I'm just confused. I'm really just confused. And I just really want closure. That's all I want. With homeboy who still has my hoodie, I just want my closure. With homegirl who was my ex-best friend from college, who just refuses to tell me why she dropped me, I just want closure. Can we get some motherfucking closure? I hate cursing as much as I am right now, but I'm just mad. But I don't curse as much, so I feel like I'm a new person. I'm coughing again. Oh. Wow, I'm disgusting. Yeah. I just want some closure is all. I just want someone to tell me what's going on in the world. I just hate being blind. I hate not knowing what's happening, what's occurring in the world. I don't like it. I just want to know. I'm trying to keep knowledgeable. I'm trying to stay up to date with my CNN, BBC News, and y'all are giving me one-sided Fox. You're not giving me the full story, and I don't appreciate. Whew, that was a lot. Okay. Okay. Let me just say, though, I'm fine. In terms of my illness, well, no, I'm not fine. I'm not fine in that regard. And with this boy, I'm never gonna be fine until someone actually expresses that they like me and actually date me for more than a day. I'm not gonna be fine until that happens. Just because I just need to know that I'm not repulsive, as I always say. And I just need to know that I'm not unworthy, unwanted, all of that. But I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I'm fine. Okay, last thing that I want to get into. Let me just start off with with just two quotes that I found that are really just going to set us up for success. Okay? One, you are not a victim of circumstance. What? Of circumstance? Hello, Pinterest, can y'all be better? Of circumstances, probably. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. Second one, some people create their own storms, then get upset when it rains. Now, pull up your seats, guys. And I'm getting a little closer. I'm leaning back in my seat. Okay. So, how do I even get into this? I don't know how to get into it because the last time I talked about a certain situation, I got in trouble for it, which rightly so. I was in the wrong about that. I was just throwing in assumptions and everything like that. But if I'm spitting straight facts, I don't know how I can get in trouble unless it would be the case where I'm just having my First Amendment freedom of speech being revoked. Also, since this is my platform, I would just assume that I'm allowed to talk about anything that happens to me and anything in that regard. So I feel like everything's fine. I don't know if y'all would agree, but I think everything's fine. So let's get into it. Now, when something happens, or if I notice something, and this is something I'm trying to do from here on out, if someone looks at me a certain type of way, says something about me, pushes me, shoves me, anything of the sort, just something that lessens me as a human, because, I feel like all men are created equal. My ancestors fought for this. We're still fighting for it to this day. And so to just let someone walk over you, I feel like would just be walking back in history. And, certain administrations, that's what we want. But I'm trying to actively fight against that. I think that you all would agree. And so if something like that were to happen, I feel like it is in my right to say something about it, to address it, to bring it up. Should I address it in the moment? Probably. But, sometimes you're dealing with someone else, just having a normal conversation with someone else. And so I can't really be like, oh, hold on, stranger that I'm just now having this conversation with. Let me deal with a certain situation. I just felt like I couldn't do that. But I might. Like, if I was alone and someone said something or did something, looked at me, I would stop all things and be like, hey, is there a problem, madam? Sir? Hello? But I didn't do that. And so the next day I decided, okay, well, let me just address it now before it becomes like a full-fledged thing, as I'm going to be associated with this person for at least the rest of the semester. Will I still be associated with them like in the following year? Who knows? I'm trying to do things step by step. So I was like, okay, well, let me just address it the next day. And so tell me why when I try to address things, past incidences are brought up. And so things are being thrown around like, I don't know how you think this is appropriate when you did something to me. What does that mean? Does that mean if you do something wrong to someone, even though you have accepted consequences for it and you have gone through a system where, you receive, it's so hard to like talk about this and like a way where I don't give away too much details, but I still want to flesh it out because I feel like this is making me a better person. And so when a certain situation has already happened and we've dealt with it and we've put it to rest, to dig it up from the grave and bring it up as a way to put yourself in the clear, like I don't understand that at all. Like I don't get that at all. Okay, let's maybe bring in, even though I tried to do this last time and it didn't work, but let's try to bring in situations, okay? Here we go. Now we're going to talk about Hannah and Bailey. Now Hannah did something wrong to Bailey. Okay, Bailey was upset about that. I understand that, of course. Hannah was rude. But Hannah has gone through a whole process where, it questioned her own morals, it questioned her value, it questioned her character. Guys, I already forgot who I was talking about. Hannah Bailey. Damn. Okay. Hannah did something wrong to Bailey. Okay. Now, Hannah already went through something that really set her character straight, set her morals, set her values, and she was like, okay, moving forward, I'm not going to do anything like that. So everything between Hannah and Bailey has been put to rest. Let's just say, months down the line, Bailey did something wrong to Hannah, and Hannah wanted to address it. Is it right for Bailey to be like, I don't know why you're talking about this when you did something wrong to me so long ago? Are you saying that this is revenge now, and so there can no longer be a mutual respect? Because that's interesting, as I think I went to an event where, you know, certain people were talking about mutual respect being important and bringing things up as they happen, you know, so people don't bring things up in a public setting that could have them get in trouble again, like has already happened. Do you understand what I mean? And so all of that is to say that I just wanted to address something that I felt personally attacked, but because I was addressing it, they felt attacked. And they were like, stop talking to me, basically. So they told me I can't reach out to them anymore. So that's great. I love that. I don't know if anyone would just like to send me any advice on what should I do if they do something to upset me, anything towards my friends or anything like that. Since they said I can't talk to them, of course, so yikes, you know, I know communication is key, but if they really don't want me to talk to them, I don't really know what other platform to talk about it on. Yikes, you know, that really is the kicker. That's the kicker. Because, oof, if I can't bring it up to you, but I still want you to know that you did something wrong, ooh, yikes, I'm really scratching my noggin here. Like, I just don't know how else I can do this. Unless I just go higher and I just report you, but considering I want to be an adult about this and just not, consider, you know, y'all, when you're in an adult workplace, and a colleague does something wrong, are you just going to be like, oh, man, boss, someone did something to upset me, and, like, I don't know what to do about it. Can we talk to the person about it? Can we just go up to the person and have a decent conversation? I don't understand. Also, because this individual said, you haven't apologized about this situation, which, granted, no, I did not. But I didn't because they didn't want to talk to me. They actively avoided me. And so I felt like they did not want to have a conversation. And so as they told me this, I was like, oh, you're right. I do understand how this incident might have did make you feel. So I am sorry about that. If you would like to talk about it in person, I am more than willing to do that for you. And they said, I don't think anything productive could come from this. Just stop talking to me. So I'm like, so you brought up this thing to just, what is the word? You brought up this thing so that we could change shifts from what I was originally talking to you about, and then we're not even going to talk about it. So this whole thing with you bringing it up meant absolutely nothing, right? Right, like, that's the whole thing. It means nothing. Because you don't even want to talk about it. And you only brought it up so that I would stop addressing what you did to me. And so I'm like, wow, this is an interesting pickle that you have put me in. But you know what? As the theme of this whole podcast or episode, and I guess what I'm going to call this episode, everything's all fine and dandy. Why? Because I was able to articulate every point I wanted to make in the messages. And the last thing that this person could say to me was, nothing productive can come from talking to me. I'm talking to you. Just stop talking to me. That's all they could say. Why? Because they lost. That's the whole thing. If you can't have this conversation with me and tell me why what you did wasn't an issue. And can I just say, the first thing that I started my message with is, hey, I noticed that you looked at me in a certain type of way, did something and like was glaring at me, said something to someone. I don't know. I said, I noticed you doing this, and the person I was talking to, who does not even know you at all, noticed it too, to the point where they were like, is everything okay? Now, if I'm thinking that, and they are thinking that, two separate people are thinking that, even if that's not the case, maybe you should be aware of how your face looks, because it looks like you're glaring and it looks like you're looking in a negative type of way. And so I started my message, hey, I noticed this. Whether or not it's true, someone else noticed it too. If it wasn't, I didn't say if it wasn't the case, it's fine. But basically I was saying, in the future, if you have an issue with me, let's just talk about it in person. Y'all, how mature and respectful. And I don't want to put myself on a pedestal, but this is such a wow. This is such a change from how I would have reacted before, by just coming on my podcast and just shitting on them, or coming to going to someone in public, talking to someone else about this person and just like shitting on them. That's so different. Going to the person and being like, hey, I noticed this. If you and I have a problem, let's flesh it out. And yet it all became, I don't know why you feel like you have the right to talk to me, basically. Which, you're a human being, I'm a human being. I feel like I should have the right to talk to you. Last time I checked, we don't have a restraining order against each other. Last time I checked, we're in an organization together where we're gonna be in close proximity, so I feel like I can talk to you if there's a problem. If I can't, great, thank you for letting me know, which they did, they did. So, I just don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. Like, guys, people keep looking in here. I really am convinced these rooms aren't soundproof, which is so funny. But I think they are soundproof to a certain degree. It's just that I'm yelling. Anyways, I'm just heated. So, all of this is to say that if you ever see me, just sitting alone, just really in my feelings, scratching my head, just looking down, just frustrated, just, confused, it's because I don't know what to do, because they've hurt me again, or they did something, but I can't talk to them. So there's nothing I can really do, because I'm going to respect their wishes. I'm not going to talk to them, but I'm also not going to let them walk over me. So that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it at that. I just really need people to understand that there are certain situations where I really have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose and all to gain, sweet pea, sweetheart, honey, bunches of oats. I have nothing to lose. And so if we're going to play this game, girl, I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. And not to say I'm on the offense. I'm not going to attack anyone. I'm not going to put anyone down. I'm going to sit in my little seat, arms crossed, looking forward, sitting through any meetings, sitting through any events, sitting through any and all things that I have to do for the rest of this semester. Really contemplate things, if things are worth it to stay in, if certain things are worth it to sit through, and then I'm just gonna ride the wave as it is. But I just need y'all to know, Miriam Samaki has nothing to lose and all to gain, sweetheart. And I don't know, certain people I think are so privileged, especially at this school. I've talked about this with a lot of people. So many people are so privileged, like, in high school, middle school, where I grew up, like, you do this, what you're doing, people are going to attack you so hard and bring you down to the depths of hell and drag your name through the mud, honey. And that part of me has not gone away. There are many sides to me. I have my suburban side where, I can get jobs. But I also have my side where I'm like, girl, let's take it to the street. Put your hands up. Like, girl, I'm ready. Let's fight with words. Let's just have a conversation. Let's have a communication. Communication is key. Should I end us on, should I end us with a little quote on communication? Guys, it just goes full circle. Unpopular opinion. I just really feel like talking things out with the person is much better than saying don't talk to me at all and just having these things in our heart. Because I know, of course, they're going to talk about me to their friends. I understand that, of course, and I'm ready for it. But just know that I peep shit. I peep shit and I'm going to act accordingly. So, okay, communication quotes. Great. Here we go. The first one I say. A little communication goes such a long way. If you're busy, say it. If you're upset, express it. If you're running late, let people know. If you don't want to do something, be straightforward. If you're unsure, ask. It's so simple, but so important. You know what I mean? Let's just do another one. Just for good measure. This is just another one that I pulled up on Pinterest. Someone who can't answer your questions without getting defensive is often keeping way more from you than an answer. Wow, guys. I could go all day, but looking at the time, I've gotta run. Oh, Lord, honey. Oh, God, I gotta go. I can't with myself. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. But I just needed to talk about those 3 things. I just need to get those off my chest. As always, I love talking to you. I hope you have a good week. I hope you have a good life. Hope you have a good day. Because you know what? I will be. Regardless of what happens. I don't care what happens, guys. I plan to have a good week. I'm going to be feeling good as hell by Lizzo. Girl, sing me out. On that note, guys, I'm going to go. Love y'all so much. Thanks for listening to this episode. We got a little heated. We got a little mad. But it's exactly what we want to do on an extra sip. My teacup has run out. That's my time. All right, guys. I will talk to you next Tea Tuesday, where hopefully I have my guest. It's been so hard, like, trying to get people, but I'm also just, like, scared to ask, even though she's literally my best friend, and I fucking know. But I will try to do that, guys. I'm gonna go. Okay. Love you guys, and bye.